What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Another episode today on the Tailor Made Lifestyle channel. So today is gonna be a real emotional one, and the product is gonna speak for itself. But I gotta tell you a story while I show you the product. So I'm gonna just jump straight on into it. The product that I'm highlighting today is I had brain surgery. What's your excuse? All right, this hoodie is going to be available in 12 different colors, so you can go crazy on it. But it's definitely a message behind this one. For all the people that didn't know, I had brain surgery. I actually had 3 brain surgeries. I'm going to tell y'all a story. 3 brain surgeries. Yes, you see it, the brain. Yeah. Okay, yes. So this is the product I'm highlighting today. Talk to y'all real quick. So back in 2018, I had 3 brain surgeries. Through those brain surgeries, a lot of people keep asking me, how did you, come up and have brain surgery? So I'm going to start with stress. I was under a lot of stress back in 2018. A lot of things was happening in my life. And, I held a lot of stuff in, and a lot of stuff was on my mind. So I'd rather not go into details as to why. I know why, but I'd rather not go into details as to why. But just know that it was a lot of personal stuff that was going on within me that I wasn't expressing. I was just bottling it all up. And while bottling it all up, came with a lot of stress. So I had a lot of stress on my brain. So what happened was, I was having a headache for 3 months. 3 months. I was walking around with a terrible headache. I was taking Excedrin and Advil, all of that, all these different pills. Nothing was working. Come to find out, Excedrin was a blood thinner. I was taking blood thinners, and it was actually thinning out my blood and causing the headaches to come even more. What I didn't know was, when I actually went to the doctor, was 3 vessels in my head was burst. So it was filling up my brain with liquid. So I was actually killing myself taking Excedrin and, the Advil and all of that. So I didn't know that. So yeah, like I said, for 3 months, it was that. And I finally went to the doctor. Doctor told me what it was. He had to do an emergency brain surgery. So it was the burr hole surgery. So as you can see, it's right there. For those that didn't know, I had, the brain surgery. So yeah, nutshell. I had to do a burr hole surgery emergency. So literally, I go to the hospital, find out I got to get this brain surgery done. I go at 6. I go under the needle at 6 the next morning. So literally a 12-hour period, I was under the gun. I get through the first brain surgery, which was a success. It actually went really well. But what I didn't know is I couldn't fly. So that next week, I had to take a flight out of town. So when I took that flight out of town, I didn't plug my ear. Doctor didn't tell me. And I burst all of the vessels inside of my head. Crazy. So when I burst all those vessels inside of my head, I couldn't fly back from, Charlotte, which is where I flew to. So I had to rent a car and drive all the way back. My equilibrium was completely off. So if I tried to stand up or walk or anything of that nature, I couldn't walk in a straight line. I was walking off to the side. So it was kind of wild. But if I sat down, everything was good. But my head was hurting. So I go back to the doctor when I go back to New York City, and they said that we have to do another emergency brain surgery. This time we have to do a craniotomy, which means we have to cut a triangle in your head so that your brain can actually breathe. So I go through the craniotomy, and it was very much so unsuccessful. So I still had a terrible brain bleed. So that was on a Friday. So they monitored me through the weekend, and it just was the digressing. So I had to do a third burr hole surgery to basically get all the liquid back off of my brain. And after that, what they had to do was they had to actually put 2 tubes inside of my head to basically stop the brain from bleeding. So I had to deal with that for about 2 days. So after that burr hole surgery and that happened, everything was great, but it was very, very intense. It was literally about 12 days overall in the hospital. Had to learn how to, like, stand and walk again. Had to learn how to talk again. It was a lot. So this is like one of those stories, like I'm talking through the shirt. So here I am now, right? After that happened, about 2 years later, I started not even 2 years later, after that happened, I started seeing life in a different type of light. So 2 years later, I started this clothing line. And when I started this clothing line, all I can say is everything was by the grace of God. I'm looking at everything in a whole, like you said, learning how to walk and talk and all over again. I had brain surgery. What's your excuse? See the message behind it? If I was able to have brain surgery and still start my dream, or find what it is that I was good at, find my niche and kind of run with it, there's people in this world that ain't got nothing wrong with them. Don't have a clue on what it is that they trying to do or where they trying to go. I always tell everybody the same thing. You owe yourself at least one chance to do whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. If you fail, at least you tried. It's a failure if you never even tried. So, but if you failed and tried, at least you tried. There's no excuses that in this world that can stop you from being great. No excuses. So hopefully this video right here can actually impact somebody's life. I had 3 brain surgeries. Had to learn how to walk and talk all over again, but still found my niche. I'm still a father. This is another piece that's in my, that I actually carry. Black father, and black man. I'm a father. I work. Pay bills, all of that good stuff. But I'm still a brain surgery survivor, And for all those people that are brain surgery survivors, or if you know somebody that's a brain surgery survivor and is still thriving and being great, this piece is for them. This piece is for them. Like this, I promise you was to get this piece, this article, I can promise you will put a smile on their face bigger than no other. Because the messaging behind it is basically letting people know, like, I'm still here. I'm still standing strong. There's no reason why you can't be doing the same. I could be gone, long gone right now, buried, gone, but I'm still here and I'm still standing, and I'm standing right now, still working a regular 9 to 5, but also still running a business. I had 3 brain surgeries. I didn't know nothing about business. I had to learn everything as I went. And that's all up here now, where I actually had the surgery. So you can get this hoodie right now at tailormadelifestyle.com right now. It's $44.99 and it comes in 12 different colors. Make somebody day. Make somebody day. I promise you will. tailormadelifestyle.com. Hopefully this story impacted somebody. One love. TaylorMade.